All right, I'm back. It's September 2023. Time for another real estate market update. And I didn't do an August market update because I have some exciting news. I actually have been learning about kitchen design. So I've been learning how to design kitchens, all the different components to a kitchen. I've been diving in. I'm learning everything there is to know about kitchens. And you know, when I hope to do a future video, well, I'll show you some samples of countertops and different things like that. But it's pretty exciting. But obviously, when I do that, you know, it's also going to take a little bit away from real estate. So I'm also looking to, you know, grow my team. You know, those of you that follow me, if you look at my, you know, name on my Facebook account, it's the Paul Graham Group, you know, and that's always been the plan to expand. So I've been networking, adding different relationships, adding agents to work with. And if you're an agent and you're looking to partner up, feel free to reach out to me. So very exciting. You know, I'm looking to scale the real estate business. I'm also learning kitchen design and working in, you know, learning how to do that and learning all about kitchens. So I'm excited. But hey, enough about that. Why did you tune in? You probably want the real estate update, right? So here we go. Let's get started. So Massachusetts, what's been going on the last 30 days? So Massachusetts, on average, 3% above asking. The average list price, $774,000. Average sale price, $790,000. Average days on market, 29 days on average in market in Massachusetts. Some of the categories that jumped out to me a little bit was, if you really look at the fixer-uppers and the flip homes from $50,000 to $199,000, those all went below asking. So on average, one of the key categories, so from 100 to 149,000, just that one category, there was 4 homes, and they went for 19% below asking. And then if you look at from 150,000 to 199,000, they went on average 2% below asking. And then the $50,000 to $99,000, that's really a flip home. I don't even know where those homes were. I never saw any homes on the market for that low, so I'd have to dive into those. But there was only 4 homes, and they went on average 9% below asking. But once you cross over from 200,000 all the way up to 2,499,000, everything on average, you know, above asking. 2%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 3%, 4%. But also, you know, one of the trends we looked at, you know, the last video that I did, is that once you cross over and you get to the higher end, as far as, you know, price goes, 2.5 million to, you know, 10 million plus, they start to dip a little below asking. So nothing crazy, 1% below, 2% below, you know, 5% below. And there was 8 homes from 5 million to 10 million. And on average, they went 5% below asking. So you're seeing the middle above asking, the lower end homes, as far as, you know, cost goes, you're seeing go below asking. And then the higher end homes, as far as cost goes, you're looking at below asking. So that trend is continuing in Massachusetts. What's been going on in Bristol County? So Bristol County, average sales price, $567,000. Average list price, $555,000. So on average, they're going 2% above asking. And average days on market, 32 days on market on average in Bristol County. So a few things that also jumped out here, kind of similar in some ways, not totally. So from 350,000 to 1.49 million, you know, all the averages were above asking. 3%, 3%, 3%, 4%, 2%. So all were above on average. There was one category though, so if you're looking for a deal or just seeing what's going on, I'm not sure, you know, why this is. It's just, but it definitely stood out to me. From 250,000 to 299,000, there were 7 homes sold, and they went on average 12% below asking. So if you're looking to get a deal, and in today's market conditions, those homes are probably, you know, going to be a little bit of a fixer-up home from 250 to 299,000, but still 7 homes with an average of 12% below. So that might be a category if you're looking to get a deal, you know, you're looking for a fixer-upper home. that's a great category to take a look at. So what's been going on in Rhode Island? So in Rhode Island, the average sales price is $606,000. Average days on market, 27 days on market in Rhode Island. And in Rhode Island, above asking. They're usually right there about the asking price. They're right around what you're asking for. But I've seen an increase. They're going about 1.3% above asking in Rhode Island. And what about Florida? So Florida, the average sales price, $459,000. Average days on market, 44, which is high, but that's how Florida has been trending. And while we're diving into Florida, let's talk about Orlando, because I like to talk about certain key cities. And the average sales price there was $451,000. Average days on market, 31 days on market. So again, the trend continues where Florida is higher and Orlando is, substantially lower, from 44 down to 31 in Orlando. And in Orlando, that's based on 896 homes that sold in the last 30 days in Orlando. All right, now let's talk about investments. So what have the multifamily properties been doing? So in Massachusetts, the average sales price for multifamilies, $721,000. Average list price, $707,000. So on average, they've been going 3% above asking. Average days on market, 31, and there's been 437 properties sold that were multifamily in the last 30 days. Just to dive into a couple categories, very similar to what we were just looking at. The lower price points, the fixer-uppers, from $50,000 to $199,000, all substantially below asking. So you got 11% below, 16% below, 13% below, when you're talking 5 homes in that category. But that was the average. But what kind of stood out too is after you went from the 199, you went up just that one next level up from 200 to 249,000. There were 7 homes in that category, and they went on average 7% above asking. So, that was interesting because you had the lower price points at 50,000 to 199, that they were going double digits below asking. Then all of a sudden from 200 to 249, that must have been the sweet spot that people were looking to buy, because they went 7% above asking. And then it went back to kind of normal after that. And one category that was really hot was from 500 to 599,000. They went on average 6% above asking. So, you see, and then you also look at the higher end, same thing. So, all those middle categories, they went for above asking or asking, but then as soon as you jump up above 1.99 million, once you go above to that category, you're looking at 1% below, 4% below, 1% below, 3% below, all the way up to 4 million. So, starting to see that trend, lower price point properties going below asking, middle properties, all the medium properties going above, and then again, higher end properties as far as price goes, you're seeing go below asking. And what about multifamilies in Rhode Island? Multifamilies in Rhode Island, average sales price was $514,000, and there was 120 multifamily properties, 2 to 4 units that sold in Rhode Island in the last 30 days. All right, now let's dive into my hometown. So Swansea, what's been going on in Swansea the last 30 days? So Swansea, the average sales price, $644,000. Average list price, $644,000. When you average it out, it says 1% above, but it's pretty much what you're asking for is what you're getting in Swansea. The average days on market was pretty high, 52 days on average on market in Swansea. There was one home that was on the market for 105 days, but still, there's another category that averaged 97 days on market. But there was one sweet spot from 400 to 449,000. Average days on market was only 22 days on market in that category. So overall, there was 13 homes that sold in Swansea in the last 30 days. And then what about Seekonk? So in Seekonk, the average sales price, $580,000. Average list price, $567,000. So the average was 1% above asking. Average days on market, 34. And number of listings was nine homes that sold in Seekonk. And it's kind of all over the place. There's not really any categories that really jumped out. It's very random, throughout it. So the average was 1% above asking. And what about Somerset? Somerset on average, 3% above asking. Average sales price, $546,000. Average list price, $532,000. Average days on market, only 23 in Somerset. So you see a big difference there, versus Swansea, only 23 days in Somerset. And it was 13 homes that sold in Somerset in the last 30 days. So, all the categories, there was not one category price point wise on average that was below asking. It's all 2%, 4%, 2%, 3%, 2%, and 3%. So, things are looking pretty good, pretty strong in Somerset if you're looking to sell. Now let's jump over to Dighton. So Dighton, the average sales price was $552,000. The average list price was $574,000. So you're actually seeing 5% below asking in Dighton. So when you first hear that, you might think, oh, if I'm looking to buy, I should go look in Dighton. But there's one home that kind of skewed the numbers a little bit. So there was one home, that was listed at $414,000 and it only sold for $250,000. So it went for 40% below asking. So obviously that brought down the average. But then there was also another home on the flip side that went well above asking. So there was one home that was listed at $384,000 and it sold for $426,000. So it went for 11% above asking. So, and then the other homes and the other categories were like 1% below, 2% below. So it's kind of a different kind of range in Dighton. So at face value, you see 5% below, you might think, oh, let me go jump on it. But there was that one home that kind of threw it off. But then there's one home that brought it up. So that's why they call it an average. So I guess Dighton is a place, you could look at, but not as drastic of a, lower than asking price than it seems like it would be. And there was only 8 homes that sold in Dighton. And let's jump over to Rehoboth. In Rehoboth, average sales price, $663,000. Average list price, $656,000. On average, 1% above asking. Average days on market, 37 days. And there were 14 homes that sold in Rehoboth in the last 30 days. And one category that kind of jumped out, that was a hot category, was from $500,000 to $599,000. On average in that category, they went for 4% above asking. But that was only 2 homes. But still, between the 2 homes, on average, 4% above asking. All right, so now let's dive over the border. Let's look at Barrington, Rhode Island. In Barrington, the average sales price was $932,000. And that was based on 20 homes in Barrington. Jump over to Warren, Rhode Island. Warren, the average sales price, $493,000. And the thing that continues to stand out to me with Warren is the number of homes that are selling. So that there was only 6 homes that sold in the last 30 days in Warren. So Warren continues to be a difficult town, to get into if you're looking to move into Warren, because there hasn't been a lot of homes selling in Warren, the last couple of months. Now let's dive over to Bristol. And Bristol is pretty interesting. When I first saw this number, it kind of jumped out at me, and then I dove into it a little more. So the average sales price in Bristol was $1,349,000. And that was based on 16 homes. But when you dive into it, they had a lot of higher price point homes sell in the last 30 days. So that's what brought the numbers up. So you had one home that sold for $2.3 million, one sold for $1.7 million, one for $1.2 million, another one for $1.2 million, another one for $1.1 million, and then there was some for $822,000, $735,000. But the lowest price point home was $350,000. Then there was a couple in the $500,000 range. So don't think you got to spend over $1 million, if you're trying to get into Bristol. But, a lot of those higher price point homes did sell in Bristol in the last 30 days. So if you're looking to sell, and you have a higher price point home, a lot of people are looking into those homes in Bristol. All right, so that's a wrap for this month's real estate market update. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. And, I can't wait to keep talking to you guys about kitchens and showing you what I'm learning about kitchens. And I want to do a video, deep dive video into kitchens, and just show you the different components of the kitchens and everything I'm learning with the kitchens. So have a great day. Take care. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.